Hi, in this short little video, I'll tell you a little bit about JSTOR, what it is, and how you get access to it as a student or teacher at Bergen Katedralskole. JSTOR is a digital library for scholars, researchers, teachers, students, and well, basically anyone who's interested in some kind of subjects. It has more than 12 million scholarly or academic journal articles. It's a lot of articles. It has some books and some primary sources in 75 different disciplines. So there's a lot of material in here. Bergen Katedralskole doesn't subscribe to the whole of JSTOR. We have a limited account. So what we have access to is what they call the secondary schools collection. This is a collection that's specially tailored for secondary schools like ours. And they make it to make sure that it has good resources for students doing the extended essay on international baccalaureate and other secondary school students and teachers. The archival collections for the secondary schools has more than 2,600 journals in several different disciplines. It's an archival collection, which means that some journals we will get articles that are less than a year old and all the way back. For some journals, they will be 2 years or older. For some 3, some 4, some 5. The journals have different deals with JSTOR, so it will vary. There is also an open access content part of JSTOR. This is open for everyone. You don't need a subscription for this. But that collection contains more than 50 journals and over 6,200 non-fiction books. To find JSTOR, and in particular to find the login info for JSTOR, you can either go to the articles page on the school library website, biblioteket.kattenvgs.no. Links to the library website are found different places in the school. It's found on the school webpage, it's found on the info screens, it's found on It's Learning, on Instagram or Facebook, so lots and lots of places. So you could just come in and ask us in the library. And as I said, it's found on It's Learning, because elever on It's Learning. Now we're going to show you the different ways to find this. So this is the school library website. This is the main page, the way it looks at the moment. We're in the middle of the Corona lockdown, so at the moment there's a lot of information about that. But the menus here on the left-hand side will pretty much stay the same all the time. They might change a bit, and we might put something new in, take something old out, but basically this is the way it stays. Here it says avis og tidsskriftartikler, so that's newspaper and journal articles on this page. There's also a special page for scholarly databases, but I'm going to take you to the main article page. So here you find both links to Norwegian sources, but over on the right-hand side there are scholarly articles in English. Here we have a link to JSTOR and a link to the login information. There's also a link to Directory of Open Access Journals, which has a lot of different journals, and to Google Scholar, where you can search in many different article databases. Some articles will be openly available, some of them will not. And also you can go onto the more scholarly databases where all of these are and some other ones. But JSTOR is up here. As I said, you can also use It's Learning to find this information. You go to BK's elever over here on the left hand side, and you choose either ressourcer if you have this in Norwegian, or resources if you have it in English, and find the library on the left hand side, biblioteket. Then you also find a link to the web page. But a little bit further down here, it says logingsinfo JSTOR. I'm not going to show you what's in the logingsinfo because we're not allowed to share our password with the whole world, so we won't do that. I'm going to click us back to the library webpage, and then we're going to head straight for JSTOR. As soon as you've been here the first time, the address for JSTOR is really easy. It's jstor.org. Always takes you to this page where you choose login. And over here, username, we're going to use this one. The password, you have to go to its learning to find, and then we click login. And here we are. Now you can start using JSTOR as a student or a teacher at Bergen Katedralskole. There is, however, a possibility to register with your own user in here, so you can have your own workspace to save articles and share articles. And I'm going to show you a little bit about that in another video. But if you get here, it says access provided by Bergen Katedralskole, you're good to go if you're just looking for an article and don't need to have your own space in JSTOR. Okay, that's it for this time, and then if you're interested, you can go on and see the video about Workspace.